Welcome to Gunners Are Us, where we are positively Arsenal.
And that we are. And we still are.
I guess, yeah.
We are still.
Yeah.
We are still.
Not a slight on Arsenal, but I mean, there's not a lot of Arsenal going on, really.
There's honestly so little. For an Arsenal/Premier League podcast, there's a lot of not Premier League and Arsenal stuff going on.
There's football.
Stuff's happened. I'll say that. Well, I say that. This week, the Champions League final happened.
It did.
And we've had an England friendly.
Yep.
And Arsenal getting closer and tempting Chelsea into a Sesko deal.
Yes. And an Mbappe move.
And Mbappe's move. So
Man City's drama unfolds.
Yes. So basically, everything we just said is kind of what we're going to do. But we're also going to do a little bit of a... We did a bit of a roundup. I wanted to do a little player rating. And this is going to be something that's going to feature over the next 9-10 days before the Euros, is over on our TikTok, Gunners Are Us podcast.
Yeah.
Every single day, we're going to drop a player rating for the players this season. So get involved.
Yep.
Get underneath. Tell us your rating and things like that. And they'll be coming up every day. We're filming them today.
Yeah.
There's about 20 of them.
Woo!
And England have got a friendly coming up this week, which we're not going to necessarily predict, but it's hard to judge based on the teams that we are putting out.
It's like an international equivalent of a Carabao Cup team.
Right. I think that's where we'll start. I think we'll start with a little England, and then we'll move into Champions League, and we'll end with a bit of Arsenal. So if you're here and you're not an Arsenal fan, you've got a first half of this show is going to half interest you.
Don't hide yet.
If you're an Arsenal fan, enjoy it all, because it's all going to kind of come back to Arsenal.
Because the main course is coming.
The main course is coming. You can follow us, obviously, Gunners Are Us on TikTok. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, those things, as you are right now. 5-star review would really help our algorithms. And I think we'll start with England. So England played this week. You didn't see it.
I kept an eye on it, but like from a distance,
It was,
I mean, I tuned in and out every now and then. And every now and then I saw a little bit of Eze cutting in and sweeping the ball across, a little bit of Bowen getting hold of the ball and drilling into the middle. So classic Eze and Bowen, as far as I'm concerned.
So this is the thing. The team they put out, I was actually very interested by.
Yeah.
Like when I kind of saw the team news, I thought, wow, that this is actually a decent watch. I wanted to see Cole Palmer, Eze, Jared Bowen, even. I'm a big fan of Jared Bowen.
Yeah.
Ollie Watkins. When you looked at it, you just thought, you know what, this is not.
Have we got the best depth in international football?
I don't think there's anyone close, honestly. I think there's two things. I think we have the best depth, and I think we have the best front five.
Yeah.
If you include the 2-8, like an 8, a 10, and then the front three, there's no one in world football that is better. And that is world football, not just Euros, I don't think. But whether we can perform with a manager who wants to put 5 in defence every week.
And that's our weakest point.
Our weakest point is our manager, and then our goalie, and then our defence.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what defence. I think we have very good defenders. Yeah. I just don't know what order to play them. And I think France are in a similar boat.
Yeah.
They have Saliba, they have Kanate, they have... I could never pronounce his name. You know it just from FIFA, I think.
Oh man, yeah. I'm not going to butcher it. I did know how to say it.
I'll say this: whoever's listening, you know what we're on about. Laurent Blanc prefers those two, but they have Saliba, but he doesn't think he fits in the style. And he also said something bizarre, like he makes a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
And if you've watched Arsenal, doesn't really make mistakes.
He's the only person in the Premier League that
doesn't. So it's an odd one, but either way, you don't like him for whatever reason. Very similar to Ben White at England level. I think a different manager. I think Saliba will win your World Cup.
Yeah.
In 2 years' time, Saliba will be their. The fact he's not their starting one is bizarre, anyway.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to be a World Cup winning centre back,
which is annoying because I got a soft spot. I don't know about you, but a soft spot for France.
I got a soft spot for Laurent Blanc, but not so much anymore. But yeah, I love France. I really enjoy France. I'm learning French on Duolingo.
And we spent a lot of time in France. I had numerous French kits.
I was thinking about this the other day, actually. I was watching the Wrexham doc.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'd get a Wrexham shirt, I think, just because it's a bit different. But then I realised I've never worn another British team's kit.
No.
And I don't think I ever will.
I've always been tempted to have like a...
I love retro kits and things, but I'd never get like as much as I love like Carlsberg Liverpool shirt.
Yeah.
I'll never wear that.
No.
I can't wear a Liverpool.
I'm like that with any sport. I'm pretty loyal. I mean, I was watching some baseball highlights last night, like on a tangent here. And as a lot of my American teams are Houston based, I've never fully had a baseball team. I like the Tampa Bay Rays.
You've always kind of like the Tampa Bay Rays.
But then I was thinking, why am I so loyal though? Like to some of these teams because I don't know these teams. I don't live there. I wasn't born a fan of one of these. Like Arsenal, we were born a fan. So we
have no choice.
Yeah, we had no say in the matter, which
as it should be.
I'm so grateful for.
Yeah, I'm so grateful.
But I was watching it last night. I was like, the Phillies look good. I think I'd get a Phillies jersey or a Phillies hat.
I can't like anything Philadelphia, but I'm like, you can't see me right now, but I have got a Philadelphia hat next to me.
Oh yeah, because of your connection with Dallas, I have a weird thing with Philly as well, and I don't really have. Again, I don't have a reason to.
And I'm gonna be honest, I've just been to Philly, and I thought the city was fantastic.
Yeah, the Phillies look good. They got Bryce Harper, but enough.
Is that where Bryce Harper is?
Yeah, he was there last night.
Okay.
Enough of the baseball talk though.
Yes.
But I have got numerous kits over the years.
They're not British kits.
No, I've got a lot of Arsenal kits. I've got some France kits, some PSG kits.
Barcelona.
I've got Barcelona Figo shirt. I've got your old Leon shirt from the 2000s.
That's what I was going to say. I've got Leon, a couple Spain shirts. Those kind of things. Dortmund, I think, maybe somewhere.
I'd love a Dortmund kit.
Like, but that kind of seems acceptable.
I'd love it. I've always been tempted to have a lower league team, though. Like, I know we're very close to Swansea now.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I could have a Swansea shirt.
Too close to the Premier League.
Yeah.
But I don't think I can actually do it. I don't think I could have another British team.
I had a Basingstoke shirt.
I think that's fine.
I
think I played for Basingstoke or something.
Yeah.
I had a Basingstoke shirt or I played for. I don't remember. It's one of them. I don't think I played for them at all.
Don't know.
No.
I don't remember.
I remember the kit. So I must have had the kit. But I don't know. I was thinking about it and I was like, man, I couldn't do that. I don't think I actually could like, oh, look at this vintage West Ham shirt. I don't think I could have that. Do you know what it is? I can't have that crest on my heart.
That's if you're a diehard fan of a team, you can't be mucking about like that.
No, I can't. I know our good friend of the show, Lewis, Elm Prince from the WWE.
Yeah,
he wears all sorts of vintage.
I'm envious of that though.
He had a Bruce Banana shirt on. He supports West Ham. He did. I don't know. He tends to wear different kits. I just can't. I think I'm too deep. I could wear an Atletico Madrid shirt.
Yeah.
I could wear a Dortmund shirt.
Yeah.
I cannot wear a Coventry City shirt.
No.
I don't know why. Either way. Anyway, getting back to I don't even know how I got onto that.
I like that conversation though.
Yeah.
It got my juices flowing.
England.
Yeah.
Really like the look of the team.
The new kit as well.
Yeah, but I think we have so many good defenders. And do you know what is horrible is Southgate almost makes you think like Southgate.
Yeah.
So you look at it and like I think we started with Dunk and Mark Gahey. And I was looking again, neither of these players are going to play a second of Euros football. Likely one of them won't even make it to the actual squad that will go. And I thought, that's such a shame. And then he brought on Branthwaite.
Yep.
And I thought, like Gahey and Branthwaite, that's your centre-back pairing.
That's good.
But naturally, because I'm thinking like Southgate, I'm like, you can't do that because that's an Everton centre-back and a Palace centre-back.
But based on
form and stuff.
I would personally have Pickford in goal and the two Everton guys in front of him, Tarkowski and...
Yeah, Tarkowski's not even in
That's
the
what I mean. I'd have... Because they were working so well together.
There's a few issues with that Premier League squad, I thought. I thought Tarkowski should have gone over Dunk. I don't think Dunk's been very good this year. I think Solanke should have gone over Tony.
Yeah.
That's probably my main, gripes at it. He's now got to drop 7. And I mean, if he intended to drop Eze, he can't now.
No.
Because he was the only person that did anything in our first half.
Yeah.
And he did look electric. And he's the kind of wild card that I've been talking about a while for Arsenal.
Yeah.
When we were against Bosnia, they were against a low block. And I watched it with my parents and they were kind of like, this is very, it's not set in a world light. And I was like, because me and our dad, we've watched a lot of Arsenal, and I was like, we've seen a lot of this year. The low block, side to side.
Yeah.
Again, Arsenal come up with a couple more ideas, but I mean that's an 11 that play together every single week. With, England doesn't have an Odegaard type.
No.
That level.
Yeah.
Bellingham is close, but I mean a different type of player.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was like, yeah, it's hard to break it down. I said the only way to break it down is to keep switching it, to cross it, or to do something very wild cardy, very different.
Yeah.
And Eze did that. Eze kept cutting in, going wide. If you remember it sounds so archaic that the way to break down a low block is almost to do step overs and run in from the wings, but it's to get as wide as possible. That's the only way to break a low. And again, you don't want to necessarily cross it when the other team are good at headering the ball because it's just going to be pointless.
Yeah.
But if you remember the FA Cup final, Man United did the lowest, dirtiest little block that you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And at halftime, what did Pep do? He took off Kovacic, who was the only person who got between the lines.
Yeah.
And put on a really wild card wide player in Doku. And then their game plan was give it to Doku, see what happens.
Yeah.
And this whole second half, they rolled it to Doku. He did 10 step overs. He ran to the byline. He either won a corner, hit a goal kick, or it went into the box.
Yeah.
And it sounds stupid because how tactical football is now, but sometimes it breaks down to that.
Yeah.
And in that squad, what we're going to need, because Saka doesn't do that. Saka needs players around him that he can do 1-2s to break down the low block. If you watch Arsenal, Saka, Ben White, and Odegaard will try and break it down. They do eventually, but it takes a lot of kind of kneading the bread.
Yeah.
Over on the other side, Martinelli needs space. We don't have that wild card who will just actually do a million step overs and get into the box. England also don't, because Foden's not that type. Saka's not that type. Kane is very good, and it was very apparent when he came on.
Yeah.
But we don't.
Grealish was.
Grealish is, but Eze's another one. I think you have to take that, because if we go against the likes of Denmark and Serbia, and they do a deep low block, we can have as many talented players as we want. But if they don't move out of their shape, we need someone to create a hole.
Yeah.
And I think Eze's that guy.
Yeah.
So overall, I was really impressed with when Kane came on, you saw the talent of how good he actually is.
I think sometimes those games are good for that as well, because it reminds people, because you get a bit complacent.
Yeah, people are like, oh, start Watkins over Kane. It's like, no.
And then you see the quality when you have that sort of game, and then he appears in the game, it makes everyone, the casual fans even, kind of go, okay.
And even Grealish, when he came off the bench, just looked really sharp, and he hasn't played much this year, so I understand if he doesn't quite make the squad.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can drop him. And I was going to look up the squad, because we have to drop 7 players.
That's a lot.
And it's very hard, actually, to drop 7.
Could you also a little bit of niceness for Southgate as well? Like, I know the managers always get a lot of criticism, but imagine having to make that choice though with the pressure of the country watching you. And I understand why they have to pick certain players like names who haven't necessarily played this season, because you're relying on the tried and tested rather than like something new that might not quite work. And with the whole world watching, you've got to kind of make those. It's a hard choice to make. It
is, and like when you look at the goalkeepers, Pickford's going to start.
Yeah,
but then you've got Ramsdale, Henderson, and Trafford. I would take Henderson and Ramsdale. Yeah. Henderson is the number 2. I think Ramsdale's the number 3 at this point. I wouldn't take Trafford because he lost a bit of confidence at the end of the year when he got taken out of the Burnley team.
Yeah,
but Ramsdale is a tried and true head. Yeah. So third choice is fine. Dean Henderson's played a whole year at Palace.
Yeah.
So those are the 3. So you drop Trafford, that's 1. So we need to get rid of 6 more players.
Okay.
When you look at the defenders, Carl Walker, Stones, Maguire, Shaw, Trippier, you're not dropping any of them.
No.
So then the next half, you've got Gahey, Gomez, Branthwaite, Konza, and then Dunk.
Okay.
Konza, I don't know what if it's about Southgate, but he likes a Villa player. Yeah. And I know it's because he was there, but he very much likes Konza. He played most of that game at right back, I believe, and then got switched to a centre back. Dunk, I don't think Dunk should go.
No.
I don't think Kwanzaa should go from Liverpool.
I'd like Dunk to go just for Dunk.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no.
Based on form and that, and Kwanzaa, I don't think will go. Kwanzaa didn't play at all this week.
No.
Dunk played most of it, so I think he might be on the cutting, like he was kind of having a good look.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you get rid of Kwanzaa and Dunk, your back 4, let's say it's Carl Walker, Stones, Maguire, and Shaw.
Yeah.
Trippier is your backup for right back.
Yeah.
Gahey's your backup for centre back. Branthwaite's the other backup for centre back. And then Joe Gomez is the other backup.
Joe Gomez is handy, though, because he can play a couple different places.
But that would be getting rid of Dunk, Kwanzaa, and Konza.
Yeah.
I think Dunk and Kwanzaa go. I've got a feeling he might drop Gomez as well.
Yeah.
Unless there's an injury to Trippier or Shaw, they're not going to make it, but I don't think there is. Midfielders, you've got Bellingham, Trent, Gallagher, Jones, Mainu, Rice, and Wharton. Wharton had a hell of a debut the other night.
Yeah.
When he came on, he looked so good.
He had a good season.
Yeah. And again, the season was good from January to the end. He's so young. I don't think there's a point in taking him because if we're starting, let's say it's Gallagher, Bellingham, and Rice most games.
Yeah.
If you're going to make that change, are you ever going to take off Rice or Gallagher and go, throw Wharton on?
No.
Because you're not going to do that ahead of Mainu, who's played the whole season at United. So I think Mainu goes. I think Wharton drops.
Yeah,
that's it from there.
Yeah.
So there's 1, 2, 4 players we've done. So we still need to get rid of 3.
Okay.
That's why I think maybe there's a chance that Gomez goes as well because that'd be 3 in defense and then we'd be at 5.
Yeah.
But Trent played holding midfield this week.
Yeah.
He inverted. He was going to. I like the fact Southgate doesn't know how to invert fullbacks, nor does he want to, I think.
Yeah.
That he ended up just playing Trent as a holding midfielder. He's like, invert, go where you're going to invert, and then just don't bother about the right back.
I don't think he's quite as tactically savvy.
But he was so good. When you watched him, I can't believe he isn't the player that we build our whole team around. Because, I mean, when you look at the, Saka, Kane, Foden, Bellingham, Rice, Trent inverting, that's a superstar. Like that's like a world-class 11. As far as the forwards, you've got Kane, Saka, Foden, Palmer. I think all four of them are 100% going. Then you've got Bowen, Eze, Grealish, Gordon, Maddison, Watkins, Tony. I think Watkins has to go as the backup to Kane.
Yeah.
I think Eze has to go now. I think Anthony Gordon, there's no question he's going.
Yeah.
So that leaves you with Bowen, Tony, Maddison.
Okay.
I wouldn't take Maddison, but there is a question mark over the minimal amount of midfielders we have.
Yeah.
That
he could do that.
He can go back there more than anyone else.
So if you get rid of Wharton from midfield, do you have the option of Maddison?
Because if you think about it, the holding midfielder will either be Trent, Rice, or Mainu.
Yeah.
Or Gallagher.
Yeah.
There's options.
Yeah, you're not going to push Bellingham back there because
there's no need. No. But I think Ivan Toney doesn't make it.
No,
he didn't play enough. So if we're going based on us getting rid of Gomez as well, that's our sixth player. We need to get rid of one more. For me, it would be Maddison.
Yeah.
But looking at it, it's probably more Bowen or Grealish.
Yeah.
And based on form, you should take Bowen, not Grealish. But I don't know why. There's something about Grealish that makes you feel like you should probably take him.
Yeah, Grealish feels like he has to be there just for the overall personality and ability. But I like what Bowen offers when he comes on, though. He kind of offers what Grealish offers on the left, but he does it on the right.
Yeah.
Like that little bit of wild card. He'll just get the ball and run in. And no one else will really do that.
Yeah, because that's what you have to think about with these squads is versatility. Because someone like Konza can play right back or centre back.
Yeah.
Whereas Branthwaite is a centre back. He's going to play Stones and Maguire, but Stone gets injured a lot. If Stones goes down, who's he going to put into that centre back role? And that would probably be Konza.
Yeah.
Because I think he likes Konza. So based on what we're doing, we're getting rid of Trafford, Gomez, Kwanzaa, Dunk, Jones, Wharton, and Tony.
Yeah.
That would be my ideal.
Yeah.
But that would leave your midfielders as Bellingham, technically Trent, Gallagher, Mainu, and Rice,
and technically Maddison if you're leaving.
And technically Bellingham is. Some of these have Bellingham as a forward.
Yeah,
but Bellingham's midfield. It just seems a little light.
Yeah,
and we've got rid of a lot of defenders there.
Well, the midfield's the lightest part already. So
another one is Eze can drop into that midfield role.
Yeah,
but I'd rather more attackers that can change a game than having, because obviously the worst case scenario is Rice gets injured, let's say, and so does Gallagher.
Yeah.
And then you've got Trent holding with Mainu and Bellingham.
Yeah.
And it just all of a sudden is like, oh.
Yeah, different. Still good.
Not that, what else could you have done there, though? Like when you look at the squad and you go, what else could you have done, though, to be fair, to make that any better than, and the chances of two of your best players getting injured.
Yeah,
it's very unlikely. But as far as starting 11, I think we can all agree the front three should be Foden, Saka, and Kane.
Yeah,
and the midfield should be Bellingham, Rice, and someone.
Yeah,
I think it'll be Gallagher.
Yeah,
it makes the most sense. I would like to see us against some of the smaller teams, the low block teams in the group, play Rice as the 6.
Yeah,
and then bring on, instead of Conor Gallagher, because Gallagher's going to hold and Rice is going to hold, and then Bellingham's going to go forward.
Yeah.
I like the idea of dropping Rice fully into a 6. He's one of the few players in the world football that can actually singularly hold a midfield as a 6. Put Rice there, and then bring another forward into the left 8. So put Palmer or Foden inside.
Yeah.
So you could put, like, for example, you could have Rice sitting, and then have Palmer and Bellingham as the 8s.
Yeah.
And then that front 3.
Yeah.
Or you could pull Foden in next to Bellingham as the 2 8s. And then you put an Eze or a Grealish or someone out left.
There's options.
Or a Gordon.
Yeah.
And you just have more attacking options as opposed to playing 3 midfielders every game and then just switching out the wingers.
Yeah.
But as far as the defence goes, I think Pickford's a definite.
Yep.
I think Maguire and Stones are the centre-back pairing he's going to go with.
I would have thought so.
And then the fullbacks will be Trippier and Shaw or... Walker and Shaw. Left back is a real tough one.
Yeah.
And they're definitely struggling to make sure they can't really fill left back very well.
Left back in world football is
it's rare.
position.
I don't know why, but Shaw is the only one really.
Yeah.
There's other players that can just about do it. But again, if you want to invert Trent, does he play right back or does he play in midfield with Rice and Bellingham? I don't know.
It all depends if Southgate's able to do the whole inverting thing.
Yeah, and it's interesting because no City players were available or Man United players or Bellingham for this game this week because obviously they finished the season late.
Is there any more games before the Euros?
Yeah, Iceland on Friday.
No, but after that?
No.
Okay.
Also, the funny part was no City or Man United players were available, but Grealish played.
Yeah.
Because he didn't play.
Yeah.
So he's been, I guess he's tried to go to camp early, I guess, and said, I haven't played, so I don't need, and he probably also wants to go.
Yeah.
So he's thinking, I could have a week off like all of my teammates, or because Foden knows he's going.
Yeah.
Like Foden can't not go. But Grealish knows he's on the cusp. Yeah. So he's probably thinking, you know what, I won't have a week off, but I'll have a go and see if I can get in the team.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting this Friday because a few of those players are back. Will we see a close to first team? Because realistically, you do want to see the full outfit.
You do before you start, yeah.
But I don't know.
It'll be a portion of it.
Yeah,
I think it'll be majority. And
they're not all available.
It just won't be the players that aren't available.
Saka wasn't in the squad. I didn't understand what that was. I think
he's resting, maybe.
Maybe he's got a knock and they know he's going. So it's just one of those, like, we don't need you to travel.
Well, he's been carrying stuff all season, so he might as well have a break.
And I think that's with Saka as well, is there's no doubt he's going.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any need to play him.
This is where he doesn't take him.
The only reason he wouldn't take him is injury.
Yeah.
But I don't think Saka's going to miss out on it. Like, he's played through injury all year. I don't know why he wouldn't now.
There is something weird with Arsenal players, though. There's weird shade on Arsenal players.
We can't sell well, and we don't international well.
Like you're saying, with the Saliba situation, the White situation, like Saka, you never know. Like,
no chance. Saka's our star.
Yeah.
At our England level. Foden should be, but Foden, the difference is Foden's never really shown up for England.
Yeah.
Whereas Saka has.
Yeah.
Saka's had a really good World Cup. Before they had a world-class Euros that ended in a bad moment for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's very involved.
Yeah.
And that's what you want from players. That's what Sterling did for a long time. And Sterling got a lot of hate. But I mean, Sterling was always
good for England.
Good, yeah. It's the tough one. Kane, again, always good as well.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. I'm interested to see what happens. We were talking about Bellingham. He's coming in late.
Yep.
The reason he's coming in late is he's just won the Champions League. And I'll say this. I watched that game. Did you watch the game?
I had it on my phone. So I saw most of it.
Bellingham has gone a little missing in that Madrid team since about Feb time. And I wasn't impressed at all with his performance.
Yeah.
It was okay. He got an assist. One thing I worry about is he's played a lot of games.
Yeah, he has.
He's not going to rest because, I mean, he's now, I think they had to do parades, things like that. His rest started probably yesterday, maybe today.
Yeah.
And he's kind of reporting to duty Friday.
Yeah.
So he's getting like a weekend.
A weekend off.
A two-day off after a long season.
Before the Euros, and then they go again for La Liga.
Well, this is it. If we go to the final, it ends on July 14th.
Yeah.
The league starts again, like Community Shield is 5th of August.
Yeah, early August.
So it's like 2.5 weeks between the end of the Euros and the start of like the Premier League proper.
Yeah.
He has to have a 2-3 week preseason.
Yep.
To get fit.
Yeah.
So it means he's definitely not seeing the start. No one is. No one that goes to the final Euros is going to see their season start.
No.
Which means they're going to have about a week off.
Yeah.
Then they're going to get back into preseason. Then they're going to be late to the season anyway. The only way they can't be late for the start of the season is if they went straight from the final, flew home, and then started preseason.
No breaks.
But I don't think that's plausible. Like when we're talking about players getting overplayed in a year,
especially Saka,
you can't go 2 full years playing football.
Saka's already falling apart. He's already duct taped together, so we need to be really careful.
It's mad, and you do notice it at the start. Like when it's such a catch-22 football, isn't it? When they don't play for 2 weeks and they have a preseason, you can see that they're sluggish and they're not playing right. But if you don't give them time off, they're just going to tear everything in their body and they're not going to play for a year. So it's a really awkward one. I'm really interested by whether Arsenal give them extended time.
Yeah.
The nice thing about Arsenal this year is based on internationals, David Raya is going, but
Yeah.
not playing.
Yeah.
I think Raya's going. You got people, Ben White not going.
Yeah, big
so he'd be
risk.
fit. He's fully fit. Saliba not going to play.
Yep.
But might also go to the final, so he's going to be late back. Gabriel, they have got, Brazil are out there doing their bits now, but they should be fine on like preseason.
Yeah.
So like Gabriel, Martinelli, Jesus, all going to be back in time.
Yep.
Odegaard not going, back in time.
Tomiyasu will be fit.
Tomiyasu will be fit.
Timber?
Timber's not going, I believe.
Okay, cool.
So he'll be fit.
Yeah.
So when you actually look at Arsenal's team, bizarrely, for a team that's challenging on the Champions League and the Premier League, not a crazy amount of internationals this year.
Yeah.
Like the downside is the ones that are going are very important.
Yeah.
So Rice, Saka, Havertz, Saliba, very likely all of them are going to be back very late.
And Norway in it?
Who's Norway? No.
They didn't make it?
No.
Oh, wow.
That's what I mean. Odegaard's off at the minute. He's having 6 weeks off.
Wow.
And he reports for preseason the 1st of July.
Nice.
So he's had whole of June. He's having the whole of June off and the end of May.
Good for him.
So the worrying part is, so's Haaland.
Yeah.
That's the one thing those two are missing is they'd never get these big tournaments. They didn't get the World Cup. They didn't get the Euros. Haaland's never. That's why he's never in that conversation.
Well, Haaland probably could have played for England. I mean,
yeah, he had the opportunity.
He made that choice.
He'd be behind Kane. Southgate playing behind Kane. Yeah, we've got a decent amount that you don't have to necessarily worry about.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Yeah,
it's rare that Arsenal have that kind of.
We've got quite a few dotted players around that just aren't Euros teams, so it's really helpful.
Yeah, and so as far as our season starting, it's going to be decent. Whereas the teams that are full of Germany, England, and France,
yeah,
they're going to have a lot of trouble starting that next season. Yeah, I would say City, but I mean, Haaland's right there, and
yeah,
he's ready to go. But another one, Rodri.
Yeah,
he could be there late. Spain could be almost a dark horse this year. But that's I think that's probably enough on that. The Champions League, I thought was really impressive that Bellingham has won it. The fact that Modric, Kroos, and Carvajal have won 6.
That's wild. And Carvajal got a goal.
Carvajal scored a goal from fullback. Do you know what's crazy about football is people were talking. This is a really good discussion. Is watching that game, it was chaos.
Yeah, 2
teams just trying to score.
Yeah,
running around and players just cheating everywhere. Carvajal didn't bother getting back about 4 times. He played like I would.
Yeah.
Where he was just like, do you know what? The chance of them scoring is low. I'm not going to get back, but if we do counterattack, I'm already up here.
Yeah. It was the opposite of playing a cagey final, wasn't it?
It's the opposite of Arteta and Pep. I'd say this. And they would miss. They throw it out, and Carvajal's like, I'm in.
Yeah.
He's the fullback. He didn't bother getting back. He didn't follow his man back once.
Yeah.
And you just go, how is it that in our league, well, not necessarily our league, but the way Pep and Arteta have kind of structured world football to it, it's Pep. Pep has made football. That's why people call him a football terrorist.
Yeah.
The game that we all grew up on doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's all about safety.
Yeah.
Sideways, making the right pass, and patience.
And then when those teams play smaller teams, the smaller teams are even cagier.
Yeah, and when they talk about it, they're like, we've seen it at Arsenal level. If Tomiyasu plays and he cheats once, he gets done.
He's out.
Even if nothing happens, he's pulled.
Yeah.
You'll never play for this club again.
Yeah.
We've got a Carvajal who's just won his 6th Champions League. So it's not a fluke. It's not a they're in La Liga, it's easy. Yeah, maybe. It's easy in the Premier League. Maybe. Because they're the Man City, well, let's say. But you can't go to the Champions League final and just cheat repeatedly and then just win your 6th Champions League. You're doing something right. But I like the fact that it's just all vibes.
Yeah.
Like Ancelotti's just like I think Mourinho at the end he said, I'm so happy for Ancelotti. He's not, and he had a little dig at like Pep and Arteta and all these guys. He was like, he's not a social media manager like the managers these days. He's a proper manager like myself.
Yeah.
Who, you dictate how they act and how they play.
Yeah.
But the players make the decisions. That's what Ancelotti said. He was like, I don't say much. I pick the team. I tell them what they need to do.
Yeah.
And then they make the decisions in the moment.
What Wenger used to do as well.
Yeah. He said like freedom, give them freedom. Whereas that doesn't exist now. Like we said, Arteta has a game plan for every second of the game. So does Pep. And it's interesting. It's a bit of a win for football when people like Madrid and that knock out people like Man City or Arsenal.
Yeah.
Because it is just, we got really good players.
Yeah.
We're going to attack loads. Like Real Madrid just hung on for like 60 minutes.
Yeah.
But none of it was by design.
No.
They weren't in a low block. They weren't doing anything. They were just somehow getting away with it. But I mean, the fact that you get away with it that often and win 6 Champions Leagues is just honestly madness. And Kroos going out that way and then potentially now winning a Euros. This is his last game, could be.
Fairy tale.
Yeah, and Modric signing a new 1-year deal because he wants 7.
Yeah.
And they've got Mbappe now.
Yep.
Why don't they win? Why don't they win 7? I mean, the midfield of Valverde, Camavinga, and Bellingham.
Yeah.
And up front now they've got Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo.
Yeah.
They've got Enric coming in now.
Yeah. It's getting stronger.
It's just madness, that team. And there's players like Valverde and stuff, and you just go quietly. People like Valverde, they're getting like assists in Champions League finals. They've won 2, and you're just like, how he's 23. He's played at Madrid 6 years, 5 years, or whatever. He picked up a few La Ligas, and you're just like, oh my god, that Madrid team will go down in infamy. I mean, Modric joined Real Madrid, by the way, when he was 28.
Wow.
And before that, he'd never won a trophy. He now, this week, with Nacho, broke the record for most trophies won at Real Madrid ever.
I thought he was an older player when he went to Madrid. He was. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's scary.
But he won I don't know how many of the 6. I think it's like 6 in 9 years or something. He's been there. I don't know. Something like that. It's a crazy stat. You just look at it and go, my God, he left Tottenham. It's just even funnier.
Yeah.
To do this. And he's now decorated as the most trophies of any Madrid player ever.
Yeah. Probably one of the most decorated players.
Yeah. And he was probably the least decorated player ever at 28. It's madness. It's really mad when you think that, because then you look at, and again, he's a super intelligent, very good player in a certain position. When you look at someone like Mbappe, he's going to Madrid at 25, 20, well, he's 26 now.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, is he gone there too late? Is he going to be able to, because he hasn't really won anything other than the PSG title.
Yeah.
Is he going to be able to become a dynasty? And has he just missed out? Because Madrid surely can't keep just winning that many Champions Leagues are mad. And I mean, like they said, that was their 3rd time they've ever won the double of the Copa Champions League and League.
Yeah.
They've only done
that.
That's
wild. I would have thought they would have done that.
Yeah. It's mad. But when you
talk about DNA, talk about a winning DNA.
Because I remember them winning it 2 years ago, and they were talking about there's a load of players on 5 Champions League wins.
Yeah.
And now it's a record, and there was a load of the Madrid players.
Yeah.
Ronaldo was in there because he won 4 in Madrid, 1 with Man United, all these kind of things. And there's all these players that won 1 somewhere else, 4 there. And then all of a sudden, they all leave, and Carvajal and Modric are like, we've now stayed around and won 6. And Casemiro's on 5. These kind of things.
Is Carvajal staying?
Yeah.
So he could.
Yeah. Nacho's leaving.
Okay.
But yeah, so Modric and him next year have the opportunity to win their 7th. And I mean, Ancelotti's won. That was his 5th Champions League. It's such a mad.
Remember when he was at Everton?
He was at Everton 3 years ago. It's so weird.
I saw a thing pop up online this week, and it was the exact moment Ancelotti realized he made the wrong choice by going to Everton.
Yeah.
He's bringing on someone. I can't remember who it was. It was a crucial part of the game. One of their players was hobbling off injured. He'd rushed a substitute onto the sideline to come on, but the substitute had forgotten to put one of his socks on. And he had to go back down the tunnel and get his sock.
I love it.
And you see Ancelotti's face. He's like, what the?
Yeah, what am I doing? Yeah, I was super impressed. I definitely watched it. This is the first time that I remember that I always watch a Champions League final with family,
it's
the whole
a big
family.
Game. Yeah.
It feels like when you watch a World Cup final, so you just kind of got to do it.
Because we were near Wembley that morning, and we passed a load of Dortmund fans driving to the game.
So excited! I can't believe we didn't go. We should have gone.
Well, that's the closest we've ever been to a Champions League final physically.
Yeah. For years I've watched that final, and particularly me and our dad have gone, we're so far off of this.
Yeah.
You watch it and the speed they're playing at, the quality of it, everything, you just go, we're so far off of ever being in this. This was the first time I think we're 2 stupid mistakes at home against Munich.
Yeah.
Away from going to the semi-final against Madrid.
Yeah.
And I mean, Madrid knocked out City just.
Yeah.
But then, they knocked out Munich. But I mean, again, it was so tight.
And the way they play is very helpful.
Yeah, and I do think we had a chance against them. But even watching the final, when I watched both teams, I literally thought, we're better than both of these teams.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds crazy because one won the Champions League, and Madrid are the best team in the world.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. I said that before. If they win it, I think they are the best, and then it's City, then it's Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's very disputable that is the best 3 teams in the world at the minute. And it's probably that order.
Yeah.
Because you have to win something to
be the best.
To be the best.
Yeah.
I thought Arsenal were the best team in the Premier League this year.
Yeah.
Numbers don't lie. We missed out.
Yeah.
But I do think most people watching it, eye test wise, were like, nah, they were the better team that year.
Yeah.
I watched it and I just thought, I think if I could imagine Arsenal instead of one of these teams, let's say it was instead of Dortmund, the way Madrid were playing, and I was imagining Odegaard and Saka and Ben White on that side, and I was like, I really think we'd win this.
It's an open game.
Yeah, and even if we don't, because obviously there's also a mental part of it that if we were in a Champions League final at Wembley against Real Madrid, we might just completely succumb under the pressure and we don't play any good football. Because every 10, 15 games, Arsenal will play a game where you go, they don't know how to play football.
Yeah.
That could have happened because we've seen it in high-profile games where we haven't turned up.
Yeah.
So it easily could have just been a rout. But I looked at it and I went, I was just trying to kind of literally imagine us dropped in there. And I was like, I think we'd win this game against either of them.
There's a chance.
And even if that's wrong, the fact that I even believe that after years of watching that game and going, nah, we're so far off.
It's a lovely feeling.
It's such a nice feeling to know, we're in it next year. And again, Madrid should win it next year. They've got the same team. They've just made it harder.
Yeah.
So, but again, when you watch the way they play, there is massive holes and flaws in how they're playing football. So, that's interesting. That's a bit of England talk. We've done a little bit of Champions League talk. We've talked about Mbappe now making them stronger. The last thing I'll talk about, if we don't do any player ratings, because you can kind of see them on TikTok.
Yep.
So make sure you go there and give that all kind of stuff go. Is the Man City charges. So Man City have sued the Premier League. And June 10th will be a hearing, which is in 5 days.
Yep.
There's a lot to unpack here because what they're essentially saying is that the Premier League elite, so the big clubs, get all the kind of help from the Premier League.
Yeah.
And small clubs like Man City don't. And they had to level the playing field, essentially. They're kind of saying, we did do that, but it wasn't illegal at the time. But it was. Someone's analogy was, imagine the motorway is 50 miles per hour. I've read this on Twitter, so it's not my analogy. The motorway is 50 miles per hour. Always has been, always will be, for example. You go and buy a McLaren. You put it on the road and you drive 200 miles per hour and you get pulled over. And then you go, but that's not fair because Toyota and Volvo have an issue with it, or you've been helping them. It's not a real thing. This isn't, it's mad. It's mad what they're doing. And it can go one of two ways. It's either going to be enough aggression and lawyers and stuff that Premier League can either back down, or they're going to come to an agreement of just fine us. That's what City want, or a very small point deduction. I think that's City's best case scenario. I don't see them getting completely away from it because City fans are seeing it as like we're rising up and we're actually going to put it to the man and prove that we're innocent in all this. But they, we've seen the emails. They've said it in this thing as well. They're not innocent.
No.
So if you do get away with it, it's because you got away with it, not because you were innocent. You'll always be cheaters.
Yeah. And they've admitted it.
And they've admitted to it. So that concept is stupid. But the other part that could happen, and this is what's interesting, is all of a sudden this is sped up because it's sped up the whole thing. Yesterday, not yesterday. Pep has announced it probably next year he's leaving, and that might be the end of his club career.
Yeah.
He's kind of alluding that he might not do clubs again. And then yesterday, De Bruyne, out away on Belgium duty, has kind of done an interview. And they said, what's next for De Bruyne? Is it Saudi or is it somewhere like that? And he said, my wife is game for an exotic adventure.
Okay.
And I can't put Saudi out of my options because it's a hell of a lot of money at the end of my career.
And he's starting to break down as well.
Yeah. So he, all of a sudden, De Bruyne is putting out feelers a little bit that he might actually go to Saudi this year.
Yeah.
There's all these things happening. You go, isn't that interesting? He said that the day in which City did that lawsuit.
Yeah.
Is there a lot going on here? Is there does Pep have knowledge that we're going to try this? If it doesn't work, we're probably going to get sanctioned next year.
Well, even if you're a player and you're not fully aware of all the ins and outs and stuff, because they probably aren't really.
No, of course they're not.
They're looking at it from the outside like we are. Like, I don't know if I want to be a part of this because this is messy.
Exactly. So when I look at it, I think something's up. I don't see it ending well for anyone really, because like I said, if City win it, it's the end of Premier League.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to trust it, because they're claiming that small teams wouldn't, if this was a Premier League elite, they'd get away with it. That's what they're essentially saying.
Yeah.
But I don't think Newcastle are Premier League elite. I don't think anyone is.
No.
Maybe Man United or Liverpool.
Yeah.
But I mean, Premier League elite or big clubs, as they like to say, Newcastle are one of them.
Yeah.
Newcastle have 100 times the amount of money as City.
Yeah.
And guess what? They can't use it, and they're having to sell their best players.
Yeah.
That's what Man City didn't do. And that's why we're in this mess. Yeah. So that argument is so ridiculous, because you could ask for a bigger Premier League club other than maybe Liverpool and that, than Newcastle to get all this money. Like, because they're equivalently saying if Man United walked into Qatar money right now, they'd be able to spend everything. Probably, because they make a load of money.
They've earned the right to do it.
There's a level. Make a load of money, you can spend it. Man City right now are one of the most profitable teams in the world.
Yeah.
Because they win every competition. They sell well. All these things. All their sponsors are gigantic.
Yeah. And not just that, all the kids that are coming up into football now
are now supporting.
They're now supporting Man City and getting Man City shirts. And
so when you look at all of that, they are doing great now, and that's what they're saying. Look at our books; they're so perfect now. They're the best in the world. Yeah, but the only way you got there was because you pretended that the books were another way.
Yeah,
like Newcastle aren't being allowed to do now. So by next week, that hearing would have done something.
Yeah.
So we will have we'll say a bit more next week.
Yeah.
As far as the player ratings, I think we're going to run out of time a little bit. We're going to jump over onto TikTok Live now to do just general conversation about all these things we just talked about. So if you're listening on iTunes and Spotify, obviously give us a 5-star review. Head over to our TikTok, Gunners or Us. Give us a follow. We do 2 videos a day every day. But this week particularly, we're going to be doing Arsenal player ratings for the last season.
Yep.
And what we think's next for that player. So make sure you go get your voice heard underneath those videos. We're not going to do it on the podcast. You have to go to TikTok. So we kind of lured you in a little bit at the start there. We mentioned the player things, and we ended up doing way too much in England. But hey, we're about to go into the Euros. So this time next week when we're back, hearing would have happened. Not that anything would have come of it, but we might have a bit more information. And the Euros will be starting in 3 days' time when we next on.
Yeah.
So we can get real deep into what the squad is now, how we're going to line up, what our first game is, preview a bit of that, preview all the teams maybe a little bit to see how they're going to get on Euros. But for now, we're going to go to TikTok Live. Joe, do you have any kind of outro or anything you want to do?
Not really. So football.